All right, now let's continue implementing our method here. All right, so what we want to do first, I want to test one thing. Okay, so here in the handle method, in the handle avatar check, let's test that this is not happening if the user is not saved in Firestore. Okay, so I'm gonna hot reload. Just let's let it start. I just want to show you guys. Now if we change the image now, it won't be this, it won't happen. Maybe the dialog can show, but quickly it will, once it checks that the data is not there, it won't save the user to Firestore because the user is not saved in Firestore, because it knows that it's the first time we're coming to profile screen. Okay, so if we click here and then just change here, you can see that this is happening. Hopefully we're not saving, because that's the behavior that we want. Okay, so it's throwing this error. So this could be the internet error. I think my emulator does not have internet. Okay, so because it's doing the check, but this looks like an internet error. Okay, so let me just close that and then close that. I can see the exclamation mark here, so there's definitely no internet on my device. So what I will do is I will just close it and reopen it again. Okay, that should get that sorted. Okay, let me run it again, because here we are clearly checking if the data is not there, but if there's no internet, that's why we are getting that error. So let's just see the behavior after a restart. Okay, all right, it's back running and I can't see any error here. So let's just run the application. Okay, now let's try to test it again. So if we select an image, okay, so we are still getting an error because it says now check used no now value. So this one, the user model here, the user model that we are trying to update is now. Okay, that's why we are getting the now value. Okay, so you see that it's to get to this point, everything has happened here. Now the error, we got it on this point to update the user image. Okay, the reason why this we are getting now here is when we start the application here, we are just checking and then we are going to the profile screen. When we start the profile screen, this user model is still now. Okay, this user model is still now because there was no at any point that we set it, we initialized it. Okay, so what to fix this, we need to initialize the user model before we come to the profile screen. Okay, all that we will do in the in the landing screen. Okay, because we haven't initialized the user model, that's why we are getting this. So to fix this, temporarily to fix this, we need to check here, we need to have a check. Okay, we cut this and then we just need to check if user model is not equal to now. Okay, that's when we can do that. All right, that's when we can do that. With this, the error is gone, because we know that the time that we are getting the profile at this stage of our application, the user model is now. Later on, when we create the landing screen where we can do these checks properly, in the landing screen we can always initialize the user model before we go to the profile screen. Okay, I hope that is clear, but you will understand it more when we get to the part of implementing the landing screen. Okay, so let's hot reload. So it's always good to test these functions while we are going. All right, now that we have done the hot reload, let's try to change again. Okay, so you see now it's able to check, because this method is only going to run if this is not now. Now that it is now, it did not do this. Okay, great. So it didn't even update Firestore, because there is nothing in Firestore. So this works just fine. Okay, now let's continue. So let's go to the here where we want to update Firestore, save user data to Firestore. Okay, so what we need to do here now, first, if we know that this condition is reached, what we want to do, we don't want to show this, we just simply want to save. Okay, so what we want to do is to show the dialog. So where is that dialog? It's coming from, yeah, this one. Let's copy it, and then here let's show first. The first thing is we are going to show the dialog that we are saving. Okay, now here we want to initialize the user model. Okay, user model is going to be equals to user model dot initialize user model dot initialize. So let's first import the user model, and then now we can call our initialize method. Okay, so for the ID, we know where we are going to get the ID. Is going to come again from we can call it from the static method. Okay, so let's just call it from the static user auth provider dot current user ID. Okay, we're going to have that. So why are we getting, so this is a, it says it's nullable, so we need to have it shouldn't be null, so we need to have a null check. So we have that, and then here next let's also put the, we want to put the name, which is going to come from the new name. And then the other thing is we want to put the phone. So this is going to, we're going to get again from the user model, user auth provider dot phone number. This is a function. What did we call it? So let me go here. So it's called current user phone number, like that. And then we want to pass the email, which is going to be like that. Okay, so like this, we have initialized the user model, the one that we will pass. Okay, now after this, we want to go our user auth provider dot save user data to Firestore. So the current user model, we want to call our user model, that the one that we have just made here. Okay, just like that. And then here, so okay, let me just put comments. I want to follow this properly. So show loading dialog, initialize user model, save user data to Firestore. Okay, so on success, here is where first of all we want to dismiss the dialog. Okay, so dismissing the dialog, again, it's important to check if mounted. Okay, so let's do if context dot mounted, we want to dismiss that dialog, and then after we dismiss that dialog, now we want to navigate to the home screen. Okay, navigate to home screen. Okay, this is where we navigate to home screen. We know that now it's complete, it's done. Okay, now on error, we need to get the error message. We know we are returning that message here. Oh, are we not returning anything on error? Let's see. Yeah, here's a message that we are returning. Okay, so on error here, we need to return that message. If we want, we can show it in a snack bar. Okay, so first, of course, we want to dismiss the dialog, and then here we want to show error snack bar. Just like that, we are showing that error, and then that's it. We are done. Just like this, we will save the user data. So if we want now in the home screen, we can also just show or rename we can show the name here, or in the up bar here we can show our user image. Okay, so for now let's not show that. Let's just test this if it works. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is right now, the way it is, I mean, first let's just hot restart because we've changed code here. It's time to test it. So what we will do is let's change the name, and then the first time let's not put an image. Okay, let's see if it was still save. Okay, so let's come here and then let's say Dexter Fury, and then let's see if we click here if it will behave the way we want. So let's save. So it's saving, and then now it's telling us that it's saving. It has navigated to home screen. Okay, great. So everything has happened now. It's just, we just need to check if the data is saved in Firestore. Okay, so let's minimize. Where is our Firestore? Let's open up our browser. So is our browser open? Let's go to Firestore. Let's go to storage, the Firestore here. So as you can see, the data is saved. Okay, it's saved with the initial data, and then there is no image because as you may have noticed, we did not change any image. Okay, so there is our data. We have successfully saved the user data to Firestore. Okay, so again, let's do another test. Let's hot reload because we know that every time we load, it's going to take us to the profile screen. Okay, so if we hot reload, now what I will do is I'll simply just change the image here so that we test this function that it only works if the user data already exists. Okay, this is now, we're not coming to the profile that for the first time because we have our data already in Firestore. Okay, so if we click here and then simply just change here, it's going to take some time because now it's updating Firestore. It has found our data in Firestore. Okay, you see now it's finished. If we come here, you can see that we have an image here. Okay, great. You see now we are successfully saving data. Now even if we come to the profile screen and then we change everything, once we just click this button, it's going to save the data to Firestore. So that's it about this video, guys. We are successfully saving data to Firestore. Now in the next video, we need to have some proper checks. Now if we hot reload, for example, if I hot reload, we can see that it's coming to this screen again. Okay, what needs to happen is that it needs to be taking us back. If we already have data in Firestore, like here, it should take us directly to home screen, not all the time bringing us to profile screen. Okay, that's what we are going to do in the next video. All right, thank you guys, and see you in the next video.